Welcome back to Cheddar, everyone. Team USA is offering fans an incredible and unique experience as we enter the holiday season. The U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Foundation is holding its first ever silent auction. As part of the auction, high-profile athletes are offering fans an awesome one-on-one experience, with all proceeds going to support Team USA athletes hit hard by the pandemic. One of the athletes participating in the event is none other than Lindsey Vonn, Olympic gold medalist and widely considered to be the greatest female skier of all time. And Lindsey joins us now. Lindsey, so good to have you with us on the show. Great to see you. So this is an
Hey, great to see you
exciting
too.
opportunity. What is this one-on-one fan experience going to look like? What can that lucky winner expect?
The lucky winner can definitely expect to have great conversation, great one-on-one experience with some of the Olympic athletes that, they've admired. I've admired for many, many years, myself included. I think with the pandemic, everything's been very challenging for everyone, including Olympic and Paralympic athletes. So I think this is a unique opportunity to help support Team USA.
And Lindsey, I understand that you're going to be giving, advice to the fan one-on-one on the challenges of starting businesses. You're an entrepreneur, a businesswoman yourself. What are some of the experiences that kind of shaped your desire to want to pass on this kind of advice to your fans, especially during these challenging times surrounding the pandemic?
Well, I think everyone has their own unique obstacles and challenges in their life. And I think Olympic athletes are the same as everybody else. But I think that we've been so focused on, our careers for our entire lives that we have kind of a unique perspective. And, for me, I've always felt that hard work pays off. I feel like I've tried to outwork my competition my entire career. And now that I'm in business, it's the exact same mentality. I obviously don't know as much as most of the people in business, but I feel like with my hard work, I can learn and I can be successful in this next chapter of my life. So I'm hoping to pass that on to whoever wants to bid in the auction, and obviously they can ask me whatever questions they want as well.
Yeah, especially important in this environment, Lindsey, to get that advice from you. So that's great. As I mentioned, all proceeds from this auction going towards the Team USA Giving Circle Fund, in addition to athletes who have been directly impacted by the pandemic. With this, sudden loss of income for a lot of athletes, in the conversations that you've had with your peers, what has been kind of the most challenging part, whether it's mentally or physically, to try to figure out how to navigate the situation without an income into perhaps a foreseeable future?
I mean, honestly, from what I've heard, everything is challenging. A lot of the, obviously Summer Olympians who have been delayed 1 year, it's very difficult to gauge their performance. Everyone wants to peak during the Olympics, and having this 1 year delay definitely throws everybody off. Also, competitions are changed. Obviously with COVID restrictions, everyone has to be tested. The interactions with our coaches are different. A lot of people aren't able to have access to their trainers, so they're doing most of their training via Zoom. So there's just a handful of challenges right now that I can name off the top of my head. But then once you get into competition, that's a whole nother ballgame, because everyone's kind of thrown out of their routine. They don't have the certain comforts that they had before. And I think the athletes that are able to adapt to these circumstances are the ones that are going to be able to succeed. But again, they all need support, and it's very difficult to get that right now. I know everyone's struggling, but these athletes are in need of everyone's help.
Yeah, Lindsey, I mean, you mentioned training via Zoom, which is just incredible to think about Olympic level athletes training digitally. How has technology and these digital platforms been able to help athletes, both from a mental health perspective and also from a training perspective amongst your peers? How have you kind of seen them leverage technology?
I mean, technology is extremely important. I think over the past, 5 or 10 years, you've seen the increase in technology helping out sports. In ski racing, we have 3D videos where we can actually see our courses in 3D before we race them, which is exceptionally helpful. We also have ski simulators. And, now that we're in this pandemic and, we're not able to train on the mountain, just talking skiing specifically, there was only one mountain available in the United States, which is Mount Hood, Oregon. And so everyone was very, very limited. So having that technology, those simulators, was a huge help. And obviously, like I said, a lot of the athletes are working via Zoom. I think everyone's really working via Zoom right now, but for athletes, that's very difficult because you need that one-on-one attention. You need your coaches to be there for you, and they can't be right now. So again, everyone's having to adapt in their own ways, but technology is certainly helping.
Yeah, I mean, Lindsey, you've competed in over 100 international events. A lot of concern about safety, obviously, when international events do start to happen again. Just talk to me about the mental preparation on top of the physical preparation that it takes to train for a big international event, but also to prepare yourself when everyone's also trying to stay safe during a pandemic.
Yeah, I think staying safe adds an entirely different element to athletes' preparation, both mentally and physically. Because obviously you don't want to get sick in any circumstance, but now, especially with COVID, I mean, I remember for the Olympics in 2010, I actually traveled over to Vancouver with a face mask and gloves because I didn't even want to get a cold. Because when you're preparing for these international events, especially the Olympics, you have to be ready when it's your day to race, and you only have that one shot because you'll have to wait another 4 years to get it again. So there's a lot of pressure, and again, a lot of people having to adapt in different ways. And I don't really know how a lot of these competitions will occur with all of the testing that's needed. Everyone has to obviously social distance. It's just there's a lot going on, and it's a challenge for every single sport.
Yeah, and Lindsey, it's great to hear that you and your team and those around you are trying to help in the interim. On the auction, going back to that, are you encouraged by the interest you've seen so far? How is it going so far?
Yeah, there's been a lot of interest. We're very optimistic with how we're going to fare after the auction, and it's just nice to see that support for Team USA. I think as athletes, we always want to represent our country to the best of our ability, but to know that our country is behind us as well, that means a lot. So we're very grateful for the support that we've gotten so far, and fingers crossed for a successful auction.
All right, great to hear. Lindsey, thank you again for your time and good luck with this initiative. That's Olympic gold medalist Lindsey Vonn. Thanks again, Lindsey, for joining us.